Yeah, but this is Halos in the Infield with your host, ToddFox. That is me. Welcome into the post-game show as we kick off game one with Ohtani versus Marquez, which Marquez will definitely be wearing a different jersey next time he's playing for or pitching in the league this year, whether it's American League or National League. We'll have to see where that goes. He could be pitching his next start in Anaheim Stadium. We never know. This could be a trade that the Angels make. They've been talking to the Rockies. A lot of teams have been talking to the Rockies, so we'll just have to see where that goes from there. Trevor Story was on the field. We might be seeing him for the last time in this series. He'll likely be traded as well. So there's a lot of moving pieces, and what we do with the Angels. And the Angels can't go one game or two or even allow you to feel good about a victory without throwing an injury or a head scratcher out there. So tonight's game, again, the Angels put up 2 runs in the first inning and then started swinging for the fences, having reliable at bats. Marquez settled in, started pitching the way he should have been pitching in that first inning, and it turned into a pitcher's duel. Ohtani made a mistake. It was 2-1, but credit Ohtani. He trusted his stuff, went right after batters, pitched 7 strong innings. Now, to that point, I was feeling pretty good. Then the Angels got 2 runs on a big Jack Mayfield homer, I think in the bottom of the 6th. Jack just continues to shine. Imagine where we would have been in that Minnesota series. We probably would have lost that series, and I got the Twins logo up there. I just realized I didn't switch logos, so my bad. It should be a Rockies logo. My bad. Anyway, I did everything else except that. My fault. But yeah, if Mayfield doesn't come through in that Twins series and have those 3 doubles and 3 home runs, we'd likely lose that series. And then tonight, most likely we lose the series if he didn't come through tonight. He hits a big 2-run home run, makes it 4-1. They give up we go to the bullpen, and lo and behold, head-scratching moment of the night. First off, you can't feel too good about this win because you saw a Walsh grimace. I don't know if that's an oblique, if that's, he maybe hurt his rib. Maybe he has constipation. Hopefully it's constipation, and it's just something we'll see him tomorrow. I don't want another injury right when we get Upton back, someone else leaves. I think that sucks. We need to get all our bats back. We haven't heard yet unless Madden's saying something right now about what Walsh's condition is, so if you guys get it, let me know. I'll say it. And then as well as Trout had a doctor's appointment today. We haven't heard nothing about that either. So hopefully that was brought up in the post-game because I didn't see that. I was setting up in here for the post-game show. So with that being said, also a head-scratching moment was Quintana. What the hell is Quintana doing in a game that is within reach? So again, if you're up 6-1, bring in Quintana. You're at 4-1 and you bring in Quintana. He gives up a home run right away. And then all of a sudden you give up a hit. You have to go to C-Shit, who sucks. He nearly blows the inning by allowing a ground rule double to a former Angel right there at second and third. And then all of a sudden at 4-1 or 4-2, they're able to get the last out, and then they go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and a misplay by Blackman on a fly ball allows a run, and then obviously Marsh with his speed, and look, I'll say this again for the first time tonight, but again as a fan, I'm loving what Marsh is doing, bringing new blood, new feel, hungry type player, a smart situational hitter, and a good reader of the strike zone to the lineup to hopefully get these other hitters to pull their head out of their ass, to go the other way, to look for the right pitches, to not swing for the fences. And it's going to rub off. His good play is out there. He's making good fly balls. I mean, the one that was hit off a C-Shet, I think it was, I thought it was gone. And he traveled back to the wall and caught it so effortlessly. And he knows the feel of the field already, which is great because Anaheim Stadium is janky. If you've ever been there and noticed the right field to center field, it's very janky. So for him not to run into the wall or not be scared of the wall, feeling for the wall, he knew exactly where he was at. That's great for a rookie that has not had too much experience in Anaheim Stadium. So good on him for that. Good defensive plays. They got that extra run by Blackman misplaying or losing the ball in the lights. 6-2 win. It's a good victory, but then again, you look back and you're like, man, I'm hoping this guy's okay. I'm hoping that this turns around because we want this lineup fully stacked. It wasn't fully stacked, but again, credit to Ohtani all the freaking way. He gets the win tonight. He pitched, he helped himself out in the first inning with an RBI single. So good to see that for the Angels because usually they've been getting the leadoff guys on all the way to second and not scoring them. A couple comments coming in real quick from, let's see, we got one from on Twitch on here. From Rally Chris, it says, I didn't know we faced the Twins. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I forgot to move the Rockies logo. My bad. Should be the Angels just shut down Trout for the rest of the season and just stay with Marsh in center field, Renee says from Facebook. It could be. We don't know yet because those injuries are very difficult to gauge. There could be a really good chance that we don't see Trout the rest of the season. Although there could be a good chance he could be in the lineup. It's sort of 50-50, but I would say it's going to be another 2 weeks at least if he is going to come back because he's got to do that rehab stint as well, as we all know. So let's get to some of these comments real quick because I've fallen behind trying to do the leadoff stuff here. Let's see. Nathan says, we win. Hell yeah, the game was disappointing. On to the next. Nick Tukulin wanted an easy victory tonight, but Angels did their very best to allow the Rockies to stick around, not the Twins. Let's go Angels, Nate says. What's up, Nate? Light that baby up, Nathan McNair says. Cole Poppin says, laugh my ass off. Everyone was looking for you on the group chat. Yeah, I was a few minutes late. Grillmaster checks in with, duh, Angels win. That's after the Yankees announcer right there. The game was a good game for the team. A good team win, Mateo says. Light that baby up again, Nate says. No tracker today. No trucker hat trivia today. No toasters, baby. Mayfield is pretty good. Not true says. Yes, he's coming through. He is coming through, and you need players like that to step up. Fernando always says it's not always the Mike Trouts and the Otanis that'll get you those wins in clutch situations or in the World Series. A lot of times it's these guys that get you to the playoffs or have big games to save you during the regular season that are no-namers or off the scrap heap or from your minor league system that aren't projected to be big prospects but come through. The future is bright, people, for this team. It really is. If you look at the guys who are on their way, who are knocking at the freaking door to reach this rotation, to reach the lineup, the future is bright. If you look at just what's coming through the minor league system with the Trash Pandas and the Salt Lake City Bees, the future looks really good right now. So just keep that in mind as we play through. I would like to see a lot of shed dead weight on this team, Quintana being one of them, Bundy being the next. Also with Heaney, I think we have plenty of arms that could fill those voids. I think hitters, surprisingly at the deadline, it might not be that we go after a starter. If the right price for the right player is going to be met without giving up too much, I think they do go for a starter. But watch the Angels go for a couple bats, especially if Rendon is still nursing the injury that he has, and especially if Trout's not ready. I think the Angels will pull a trigger that way. Let's see. Mateo says we have a scare. We have scoreboard watching to do with the Seattle and the Astros game. Seattle has been keeping him out of the lineup for way too long. We won the game. What the F? This wasn't supposed to happen, Cole Poppin says. Let's see. Light that baby up. We believe. Mapadingo checks in. Quintana and Cishek, not true. So that's exactly what I'm saying. What the hell were they doing in the game? Anthony Rendon has to stay healthy. Lewis says, "Yeah, I'm hoping, man. But when has he been healthy?" And magically, my screen is freezing, which is terrible. Walsh needed time off from that strain. It looks like. See shit, James is saying. So happy Thomas went to the game tonight. A few of you guys went to the game tonight, and I'm glad you guys tagged us because whenever you guys tag us, we'll put you on the our story and whatnot, and we'll put you out there. Ryan Enchen checks in from YouTube, saying nice jersey, good win. Team needed to fix the relief pitching. I thought it was going to be a buttercup moment. We'll go undefeated this week. See, Ryan's got the faith, man, and I hope so. I really do. Sean Norton says Trout has been out for 57 games. Isn't that freaking crazy? Sean, give me the update because he says Madden's speaking right now. Guess who replied back on Twitter? Jared Weaver wished him a happy birthday. Yeah, it's birthday day for Mr. Rally Chris for us today. So if you guys want to send him birthday wishes. Matt Bedingo says, yeah, Todd, take it easy, LOL. Let's see. Do not trade Cobb or Rasil, the Grillmaster says. And I do not want to see Rasil go, but I'm telling you, if this team were to lose a few games, he would be out the window. He still might be if the Angels get the right price for him. Rendon Memes checks in with Anthony Rendon. He's not liking all the slander, by the way. Tomorrow's a good day for a big trade for the Angels, Cole Poppin says. Do you think Blackman will get traded? Mateo, his numbers are down this year, 6 home runs, 47 RBIs. I believe he has about a 250 average, lowest numbers of his career. I can't imagine. I mean, if you were to want to get him, I'm pretty sure you can get him, but his contract is high. He's on the downside. He's 35 years old. I wouldn't put a flyer out for him. If, say, for instance, we didn't have a Marsh or an Adele in the system that were ready to come up and play, I would literally take a shot at Blackmon, but not now. I don't think it's the right move. James says Story with a painful hit by pitch. Yeah, that looked really painful. I'm surprised he stayed in the game. Otani is our ace, Mateo says. He did pitch like one tonight. It never comes easy, the wins, referring to James. Otani with a 100-mile-per-hour fastball to close his start. That was epic. He blew that right past him. 714 says, I saw Quintana and shook my damn head. Jack says, 1 game above 500. Let's see if we can stay above 500. God damn it. Don Hammond says, I wasn't surprised when Marquez battled and why we need him so much in our team. I knew Otani would match him. Yeah, he matched him pitch for pitch almost. They both kind of had a little bit of rocky first innings. Obviously, the Angels not giving up a run, but the Rockies didn't, and he just settled in. Can we start climbing already, Jack says. He wants to get more than just a game over 500. Jack of all trades, James Sessions says. Grillmaster says, shit stick nearly shit himself. He got really lucky tonight. You stole my line at Grillmaster. DFA Quintana, that is one thing that we can all agree on. Grillmaster says he knows his player is healthy. James Sessions says Quintana not be trusted at home in those situations. Yeah, he should be pitching with a 10-run lead or a 10-run deficit. Let's see. Bernard checks in with Joe Madden is saying Watson was unavailable and Mike Myers has been struggling. Okay, good. Thanks for letting me know on that one, Bernardo. But I would say I would still go with a struggling Myers if if you had to give me Quintana or Myers, I would still go with Quintana and I guess whatever or with Watson. Let's see. Also, Sean says, check out reliever Manoah from Toronto. Dude has nasty stuff. Toronto is in the race right now. They're right there with us for the wild card, so I don't think they're going to be trading away arms. But maybe for next year. Jaime says, Walsh has removed with rib discomfort. Trainers think it's nothing serious. I don't believe anything they say. Hopefully, he's okay. Yeah, Jaime, you make a great point. You cannot trust the Angels staff as far as their trainings. Sometimes they come out and they're like, oh, the guy's fine. Then he hits the IL. We've seen that 3 times this year with both Upton and Rendon. So please do not lie to us. If he's hurt, don't get our hopes up and say he's okay. And then all of a sudden, 2 days from now, when he's not in the lineup and we need him to be playing, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, he's on the IL. Well, that's happened too much. Why not us, Jaime says, and that is the mantra for this station started by Fernando, and Jaime's carrying the torch. Why not us as far as a good page to carry Angel baseball and content and get the interviews and all that stuff, and also why not us as a baseball team and fandom for why not us being able to make it into the postseason? Why can't this team do it? So hopefully they can overcome these injuries because, again, they only picked up a half game with Oakland not playing tonight, but they might pick up a full game on Seattle if they lose tonight to Houston. And, again, any kind of ground we can gain as we get closer to the deadline means we're going to make a stab at improving the team, not tearing apart the team. So that's also a positive. James says, Marsh with the eye of the Tigers, speed enough to catch the ball, fun to watch. Marsh is earning his spot. I don't care what anyone says. He's a baller. You can see that we need that energy. Yes, Don, we need this team on the club, or this guy in the club. We need him in the lineup, in the dugout. We need him making plays, and I really don't want this guy to be a showcase player where we're showcasing him for a trade. I want him to remain on the team. I think he's got good vibes. A lot of guys like him in the clubhouse. Trout will take over center once he comes back. Well, that's obvious, Mateo. Nick says he has rib discomfort before, too. He probably will play tomorrow, or he probably will play tomorrow or be day-to-day. And Drizzle says, light that baby up. Fast Time says, what did I miss? You missed a win tonight, boy. Blackmon did not look comfortable in right field. No, he did not, James. Mateo also says if we're in contention, Trout can rest. That would be probably the best thing to do. If he's going to play it all this year, maybe let him rest to the tailgate game when we play Houston. Maybe he can premiere around August 14th. But, yeah, the most rest I've ever seen Trout have, like Sean said, it's been over 57 games already. That's freaking crazy for a guy who's a Hall of Famer. Fans going to have to realize that Trout isn't coming back ASAP. That is true. Upton needs to fill the leadoff role. He's batting .056 since coming back. Now that the time is here for Fletcher, is batting .148 in his last 6 games. That's Kurt Suzuki checking in right there. And, yeah, that's true. it seems like as soon as Upton came back, Fletcher can't hit no more. So, yeah, I would try Upton. At least tonight, he had 2 good rips. He almost hit a home run to center field, and he almost hit a home run to left field. He's looking a little bit more comfortable. We knew it was going to take a few games, so let's just see. I would agree with you right there, Kurt, to move him down. Or move him into the 1 spot. And Drizzle says, Angels too close to being on the postseason to shut Trout down. I think it would fall behind too much if they were to shut him down. I think the morale would hit an all-time low if the Angels were to lose that Trout for the rest of the year. They've scored 6 runs. The Astros scored 6 runs in the first inning. So hopefully they could hold on and win that game. We need the Astros to beat the Mariners. To that ball to land fair and over the wall for his mindset to change at the plate. Vlad's 27 says calling up Detmers, or call up Detmers. I think that's the time is close and almost here for Detmers to be up on the squad. I'm pretty sure we're going to see him mid-August or early September. God damn, this thing is freezing a lot tonight. Sorry about that. Let's see. The Mendozas are down 8-7. Let's see. Let's fucking go. Kurt says he's all happy about tonight's win. Let's get back to some of these right here. Let's see, because I am like breaking up all kinds of ways. So I apologize for the feed acting stupid. Yeah, Upton looks like he's struggling. Breaking John Gray to the Angels. Let's go. Are you sure about that? Or are you just trying to screw me over on that one? Why does Madden hate Andrew Wantz? It seems like the dude should have pitched twice already. Manny's saying, and yeah, he came up there, and I thought for sure he was going to pitch the 8th inning, and then magically he was pulled out of the bullpen throwing session. So I was kind of tripping on that. I really thought that he would be going after or going out there instead of Quintana. Claudio was DFA'd. Trouter here says, Todd, you're blurry. I'm sorry. This screen is messing up like crazy, guys. So I don't know. Again, my internet is like solid here for what I'm transmitting to Facebook and what I'm transmitting to Twitch and all that stuff. But right here, it's freezing up like a mother for Instagram, and I'm getting pretty pissed off at that because my signal is great. But for whatever reason for Instagram, it's really stupid right now. The Rockies are not super easy team to beat. They gave the Dodgers a run for their money, and they are a gritty team, Don Hammond says. I felt like this was a buttercup moment for a hot minute. It looked like it, Grillmaster, and there's no way that that John went to here. So, okay, there you go right there. Let's see. HBD Chris right there. Happy birthday, Chase says. Let's see. He didn't play tonight. Thomas was happy about the victory. He was in attendance tonight at the game. Let's see. 310 was at the game tonight. We were able to get a couple comments out for him, or a couple, retweets, or not retweets, mentions. FYI still says Minnesota Twins on your page, Sean. Yeah, I saw that earlier. It's supposedly it's supposed to go back to the Rockies. I did not change that, so I apologize for that. And we are getting some major issues here on my freezing on the page here. So let's see. Now Walsh is on the IL. Fucking hope not. Ryan says, have we seen the last of Heaney? Will he be traded? Not sure if he's going to be traded or not, but that would be my guess. That would be my hope that he gets traded out of here, Ryan, because I'm tired of his antics altogether. James says, let's put out our brave faces on this week and hopefully get a victory. Cole Poppin says, trainers say that it's not serious injury, that he could be back tomorrow. Thank you for reposting my son's video that he got the signed ball by Iglesias. 310 says, hey, that was a sweet moment, man. That got a lot of love on online. That was really cool of Iglesias to do that for your son right there. Chris Swanky says also, teams have interest in Heaney and Cobb combo. How do you feel about that? Possible calling up 2 young guns and a great starter and getting a great starter at the trade deadline. Now, if teams are trying to get both those pitchers, I say let them have them, but we need to get something back for them, something in the future, someone in control that we can have for a couple seasons. I'd hate to see Cobb go because he has mentioned that he wants to stay here. It just depends on what's going to happen in the future And getting rid of Heaney, I can't imagine that we're going to get anything pitching back. I think it's going to be a hitter if we give up those two pitchers, but I would definitely do it. 8-7, Grillmaster says the game is up in Seattle. Don Hammond says, every time we have a great moment going, the damn Oakland A's are the next ones to come up on our schedule. That is true, man. That is getting entirely frustrating, and over and over and over, we always have to play Oakland, and they just have our number. Quintana shit himself. Kurt equals, or Stassi over Kurt. Wow, okay. Or you're giving it to Kurt. I'm sorry, over Stassi. James says, why not us? Why not now? There you go. Kurt, best catcher in the MLB. Boy, you are smoking some. Whatever you're smoking, bro, I want some. Don Hammond says, I love this page. We're all family on here. We truly care. Absolutely, Don. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to will this team to the freaking postseason any way we freaking can. And if you know any hardcore Angel fans, invite them over to this page, because we do a lot of cool things on here. We do giveaways. We're going to have a freaking tailgate. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see. Sean Norton says the 6 players you mentioned the other day for public reference to Skaggs' situation. Yes, they are, and we're still waiting on that public record to be released once the court case goes to court. Fast Time says, I wouldn't put Trout in center field coming off a leg injury, but then where do you put him, bro? Rendon needs to be off the team. There's millions upon millions of reasons why he's on the team in the first place. Fletcher needs a day off to me. He's probably going to get one here soon. McDonald's Wi-Fi, Vlad says. Yo, I hate that. I do have like 1,000 upload and download, and sometimes even the guy from Frontier said, you know what, it's just going to do that sometimes. So even Chase, who I have working with this, she does an excellent job with anything computers because I suck at it. He even says, man, sometimes that's just the luck of the Irish, and I'm not even Irish. Let's see. Not yet for Reed. Just have him stay in AAA. Rendon just having a down year. Ty says 1917. Not true says he's doing the live from Starbucks. Now, Starbucks, I wouldn't have any problems. I'd be there with all the hipsters. The video will be the last one before I leave to Mexico on his Grillmaster page. Okay, and you got, again, be careful over there. Drill Sergeant pickup lines. I just want to stand here and stare at my private A. Here, private eyes. Rendon needs vaginal reconstruction. James says, for me, it's great that trade offer comes for Cobb. I'll consider it, but I need help for the season just in case the Angels are still in it. And he's leading the team, I think, with wins right now. It's hard to put a guy like that down. He's been 8-1 in his last 10. So, yeah, you'd have to give me something good for him unless you wanted to take Heaney. Then, yeah, take him right now. Get him off the goddamn team. Nancy checks in with happy birthday, Rally Chris, and also, will you share your fries? Meaning I'm at the McDonald's. What a fun game, she says, tonight. Absolutely, it was fun. Let's see. Let's get back over here. Manny says, once Trout is back, he should DH a couple days Ohtani pitches to give them both some rest and a load off their work. You know, that is a good idea to also DH him. When Ohtani's pitching. Trout will be okay, Thomas says. Put Marsh in center, Trout in right or left. Yeah, in right field, they don't get too many balls out there, so that's kind of good. Let's see. Chris Swanky says, I love Cobb, but it's what it is. Gonna get rid of Heaney, then go for it. Jaime says, Mariners threatening. How does the effing team keep competing or winning? They're like the A's, winning with nobodies, and not only winning with nobodies, Jaime, but with guys who are batting below or at the Mendoza line, which is very frustrating. Considering we make just one error. We make one mistake, they hit a 3-run homer, and we lose. That's just what they've been doing all freaking season. So then Grillmaster says, best Angels game all night, 1-0, our last one, or it was when they beat them, yeah. Is McFlurry machine working there? Likely not, James. At most McDonald's, they do not work, and they don't try to fix them at all. Let's keep Mayfield, get rid of Rendon, Nancy says. Boy, I'm telling you, Nancy, if contracts were like the NFL for Major League Baseball, Rendon would be cut. We would have seen Pujols cut 5 years ago. But contracts are like the NBA. They're guaranteed. And with guaranteed contracts, once you sign that dotted line as an owner, as an agent, as a player, and anyone associated with that player, his family or whatever, you're likely going to see every dime of that contract unless you do something like Trevor Bauer and you can void a contract. or just saying, nothing's been confirmed yet, but if Trevor Bauer is found guilty, the Dodgers will void that contract and they will not pay him from the day they put him on administrative leave. So unless there's a situation like that where it's a domestic dispute, drugs, a murder, drunk driving, something that's in the contract that can void your contract, you're going to see every penny of that contract. So the fact that the Angels gave Rendon a fat contract, we're paying him no matter what. And the same thing happened with Pujols. We're paying him to play up the freaking 5 freeway. Let's see. Rally Chris says they're saying the reason the Mariners keep winning is because of the Rally Kid. I doubt that seriously, but that's just them trying to hold on to something. Let's see. Louis says, how many pitchers should be traded before the deadline? I think you DFA Quintana. I think you try to get anything for Bundy. I mean anything. And even throw some cash considerations to the other team. And then the same thing, because their stock is so low, I don't think you can get anything for Quintana. Bundy, you might be able to get something. Maybe someone thinks he could pitch out of the bullpen as long relief and down the stretch. So maybe that'll work. But as far as that's concerned, you're not going to get anything back for those two guys. You might get something back for Heaney. You just might if a team really is starving for a left-handed pitcher and they've really not paid attention to why Heaney is who Heaney is, and they just look at his last few starts. Maybe they take a flyer on him and we can get some sort of like maybe double-A, single-A player back in return. Nothing spectacular. Those guys you're not going to see much. I think Cobb would bring back a good pool. If we were totally sellers, a guy like Marsh would get a lot back. We don't want to do that. Adele would obviously get a lot back. We don't want to do that. So there's a few players that you can get that you would get rid of, but other than that, there's not too many. I think we're trying to add players is what I'm trying to say. And I would like to go youth movement because in Salt Lake, if you look at the stats, there's about 3 to 4 pitchers that are pitching for AAA Salt Lake, which is a hitter's ballpark. They have ERAs under 2 or right at 2 something. I would like to give a couple of those guys a shot up here and get rid of some of the dead weight that we have in the bullpen. I mean, you just did that with Wantz. You gave him a chance. We all see the potential. We see him pitching good. Why not bring up a couple of more of these guys and let them pitch? Let them see what we can do and work with them. These hungry guys want to pitch. Packy Naughton is a starter/reliever. You could bring him up and put him in as a long man. Why not? You have Reed Detmers. If he gets a couple more starts under his belt, could be ready by August or September. Chris Rodriguez stretching himself out, could be ready by August or September. So again, if you do want to get rid of all these veterans, it's not the end of the world. You could still win with the youth movement, and that's really good because a lot of times teams don't do their homework or they haven't seen certain pitchers before, and you're throwing these rookies out there with good stuff. You're going to get a lot of swings and misses. That could get you on. It could be a boost right away. You could be winning games you never thought you'd be winning because you're throwing out their arms that other teams aren't ready for, haven't seen before, and you have the advantage as long as the hitting is good. So let's see if the hitting can get their act together. I believe the pitching will come together in some sort of fashion, whether through a trade deadline move or two or a youth movement. So we'll have to see. Let's see. Manny also says Rodriguez got rocked tonight. Oh, that sucks. Mayfield is hot right now, loving his attitude, unlike sleepy lost Rendon. Chris Swanky says, yeah, he looks super lost out there and super bored as hell. But Mayfield looks like, again, a rookie out there. He's doing good. And speaking of my dad, Jaime says, does Papa Fox think we're making the playoffs? He's very optimistic. But speaking of him, though, and that Mayfield comment, he was, when he hit the home run, he was all, boy, that Mayfield is on a roll. He is hitting the ball good. What's the contract situation with him? Do you know? And I'm like, he's basically just on a minor league deal, and he's going to be most likely a free agent at the end of the year. Got to sign him back. You just got to sign him back. That guy's he's a jolt of adrenaline. I said adrenaline? Adrenalation. Yeah, so that's how that conversation went. Daddy Todd Fox, not true, says. Grillmaster says, Young Ho Kang of the Pirates had a drunk driving incident like 5 years ago. Okay, where did that one come from? Need Rendon to start raping out here. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Oh, you mean as far as getting rid of his contract? That's mean. My DFAs might be working, Grillmaster says. Yeah, you've been hinting at all those all year. Mariners are getting annoying. How the hell are they sticking around like this all season long? Don Hammond says, thought they would have been out of the race by now. I thought so too, Don. I really did. Let's see. It's funny how Mayfield and Eaton look alike. Yeah, they do. Sean Norton says, Kyle Hendricks free agent soon from San Juan Capistrano. That'd be a good pitcher to get. Let's see. I'll be going to the game Saturday. Do you know why it's a day game? I want fireworks. I'm not sure why it's a day game. Probably just due to scheduling for some reason. I'm not sure why Oakland and the Angels have to be a day game, or it could be the Fox game of the week. It could be sometimes they put the games on during on Saturday, so it might be like one of those FS1 games or a Fox game midday. Let's see. Jaime also says, do you think that we can get anything for Ward? He homered again tonight for Salt Lake today. I don't think you get much unless they do convert him over to catcher or someone needs an outfielder, a backup outfielder. I don't see much more than that. Mariners did finish better than the Angels last season, so I can see how they are still going. Yeah, but with the way they've just turned their team upside down, I don't see it really. Pac-Man, we need him. Grillmaster says, umpires suck tonight. Yes, they did. Jaime says, have they signed Bachman? They said he might contribute to the bullpen this year. As far as I know, I believe they signed Bachman already to a $3 million deal or a $3 million signing bonus or something like that. So, yes, he is signed. I don't know about Kai Bush yet. I haven't heard about him yet, but I do know Bachman is signed. And they've all reported already. Even with it not being signed, they've all been it was last Tuesday. They've been all assigned where they're going to go, whether it's rookie ball, high A, double A, triple A, all that other stuff. So we'll have to see where it goes right there. Let's see. Grillmaster says two on for Mendoza's Bakers, pulling Stanek, the player, out of there. And Drizzle says, by the way, I called Marsh being called up before Adele this season. Yeah, you did, and Drizzle. Good on you right there, because I was thinking it was going to be the other way around. James says 2 for 2 out of Seattle pitching changed tonight. Great. 2 on, 2 outs, I mean. Not True says Rendon is looking more confused than Biden. Oh, that is confusing. If there's a problem if Rendon starts tripping up the stairs. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. Jack Mayfield, new career high, 4 home runs. Matty V needs to hop off Otani's nuts. Papa Fox. Fast Time says we need an adrenalation t-shirt. Yeah, exactly. Papa Fox and Grillmaster on the podcast, book it. You'll just hear DFA 1,000 times. Yeah, my dad would be like, why you keep getting rid of players? He'll be like, DFA, they freaking suck. Otani sucks. And he'll be like, what are you talking about? And it'll just be back and forth yelling at each other. Let's see. Trotter here says, when is Heaney pitching? Heaney gets the finale of this series. So, yeah, get ready for that on Wednesday. Grillmaster says, it's weird seeing the Fox Sports scoreboard. I'm really used to the Bally Sports Network scoreboard. Yeah, it's true. It's weird how some of the teams are on Bally's and most of them are on what do you call it, FS1. So, yeah, thank you to Nancy for checking in as well. Marsh has been doing a great job. He needs to Head and Shoulders sponsor ASAP. He does. Or he could be in those commercials for Geico if they bring back the cavemen. The best Halos lefties in the last 15 years was Joe Saunders, Sean says. And now we have a bunch of lefties coming up. So we'll see what happens there. Yes, Saturday's game is an FS1 game. Matt Bedingo says, yeah, they signed Bachman. Yeah, Bachman's in line right there. I would like to be on with Todd's father. I think he would like me. Grillmaster, it would be very hard for him not to like you. My dad is a freaking cupcake. He likes everybody. I mean, he'll talk to anybody, anywhere, anytime, and he's easy to get along with. So if for some reason you don't get along with him, you're the problem, because he does not have an issue with anybody. Laugh my ass off. Rendon looked more confused than Biden right there. Yeah. What is Roger Lodge saying right now? Manny says, Manny, what Roger would say right now is he'd come on and he'd say, hey, James, did you see how the Angels scored all them runs tonight? It might as well have been 50-2. There was no way the Angels were going to blow this game. When Quintana came in, I was like, lights out. It was like Eric Gagne reincarnated without the beard. Quintana is like Eric Gagne from the left side. It's game over, baby. In fact, AM 830 is going to have
game over shirts with Cishek and Quintana because our bullpen is lights out, guys. Lights out because we beat like the best road team in all of baseball.
And then James will be like, hey, isn't the Rockies the worst team on the road?
Yeah, they beat the best team in all of baseball on the road.
And then it'll just be a bunch of stupidness after that. And then talking about Blind Date and how he rode his bike from Lakewood, California to the Big A, a.k.a. the house that the Cowboy built that Artie Moreno made so much bigger, a.k.a. the Big A. So, yeah, that's the Roger Lodge stuff. Sage session, as he puts sage all over Heaney's voodoo doll, James says. Jaime says, I met Papa Fox, and he's nothing like Grillmaster. He's super optimistic. He is, bro. And Jaime, I wish you got some extra time to talk to him at the game because he gets super animated when the Angels are playing. He'll get really into it, be like he's just so upbeat, and then he takes it to the heart when they give up a run or two, and then he's so negative after the games too. It's hilarious. Like we're walking out after a loss, and he's like, "You shouldn't have came tonight. There was just something." I wasn't feeling right. I knew they were gonna do this, and then when we go to the game, whoa! What a time out there! It was a great game. Well, Trout hit that home run. The place went nuts, and then he's just like, it's like night and day. His attitude, like the car ride, is so much more fun when the Angels win. When they lose, it's like misery and disaster the whole way home. But yeah, he's a cool cat, man. I'm lucky to have my pops. A's and Angels are both on Bally Sports and Fox Sports West. Oh yeah, they do share them. Trout here says, yes, Todd Lodge. I try to make an appearance every time. Daddy Todd Lodge. Base is loaded for Seattle, gang. Damn it. When we want Houston to do something right, they always blow it. I like the new announcer, Nancy says, better than Sutton. A lot of people have been saying that because Sutton would just talk way too much and over the play. I like Sutton's play. I think this new guy is a little bit more calm, cool, collected, but he does know when to animate his voice. So he's grown on me. So I'm with you right there, Nancy. Sean says, Todd, can you mimic Frank Caliendo? Boy, I wish I could. Sean, there's some voices I can maybe do that probably aren't PC anymore that Frank Caliendo does. But I wish I could do as John Madden, but I can't come anywhere close to that. I used to watch Blind Date on UPN growing up, James says. I think we all did. Grillmaster says, any new updates on Artie and the handling of the minor leaguers? Nothing so far. I think that one's going to be either a mood point, an article that just passes in the wind, and maybe people like us talk about it a little bit, but then we have to wait for someone else to stand up, someone else to carry the torch, someone else to go after the Angel organization, or we may see something from Perry saying, hey, you know what? We are going to change things up and look what we're doing and trying to show. And here comes some bad news from Rally Chris. Fuck, he says, Mariners hit a grand slam. It is now 11-8. They were down 8-3 at one point. It is now 11-8. I think Waltz did Marlins games. Sean says, yes, he was the announcer for the Marlins for a long time. Mariners are up 11-7, or they won 11-7. Dylan Moore. Jeez, how the hell they score 11 runs? Let's see. DFA Riley from the Astros, a grand slam, Seattle. There it is. Everyone's checking it with no. They're going wild at the old Safeco. That is a nice stadium. If you ever get a chance to go up there, I would really, really preach to you guys to go up there and check that stadium out. It is really, really nice. Kyle Strange says Mariners home run. Yeah, now T-Mobile Park. Manny says it's amazing how Gooby predicts everything in game. He's like the Tony Romo of baseball. He is. That guy is so smart. And it's like some of the things that we think of, he'll think of it first. Like the other day when I was like, dude, like in my head, I hadn't even said it to my pops. Like, I wish these hitters would go the other way. And he's like, hey, right now, 2 strikes. These guys got to stop swinging for the fence. Let's go to left field. Guy hits one to left field. He's like, there you go. That's what you need to do. Shorten up your swing. I'm like, dang, he is like Romo. And then he's like, yeah, I'll go with the slider right here. Slider, he's not guessing. He's guessing fastball. Boom, strikeout. Gooby is freaking man. We are blessed to have him as an announcer. James says, Puto Astros. The Mariners going crazy. Got to be kidding me, Don Hammond says. Yeah, I get it. I don't get it. Crawford got hit near the head. Damn, Rally is wild. Ouch. That game is getting out of hand. Getting out of hand big time. Chase says, how many people here are going to watch the trade deadline show? Boom. Chase checking in from YouTube. If you guys have not heard, and girls out there, we are having a special live I don't know how many hours it is. I guess however long and however good the trade deadline is on this Saturday. Check in all day. Give your comments. The comments will be read. You will see live trades as they happen being posted. I've already seen the setup that Chase has done. Him and Andrew are going to be going live. I'll be popping in every now and then. We're going to have Fernando checking in. James might check in. We're going to have everyone just give thoughts on big trades, especially if the Angels pull a trade or not. There's going to be a lot to talk about on Saturday. So if you've got time before the deadline, check in on this page. Tell your friends too. We're going to be talking baseball all day. And Chase has got a live special trade deadline show. I'm telling you, it's going to be really cool. The setup looks amazing. You're going to enjoy it. There's going to be a lot to talk about. And all your comments, all your opinions, if you have them, questions, will be read and addressed. So I'm just telling you, it is going to be a good show. So I'm really pumped up for that. So yes, thank you, Chase, for reminding me on that. Let's see. Now Rally Kid is going to blow up his Twitter again. So that's what Rally Chris is worried about. Sean says, I remember when Trout came up in 2011, hit 2 home runs at Safeco Field, and I said this guy was special. You can kind of get that feeling when players kind of do that. So that is amazing right there. Let's see. Chase says it's going to be 2 to 3 hours worth. So leading up to the final minutes of the trade deadline, we're going to give you live coverage on this page. So it's going to be like breaking news and everything else like that. So it's going to be really cool. Let's see. Is it true Mike Scioscia is managing the Olympic team? Yes, it is. Jaime, he is going to be outdated managing the USA team, sort of like what Popovich is doing with the USA men's basketball team, how they keep getting beat. They're saying Popovich is outdated and not conforming to the new rules or the new way of basketball. Scioscia, there's a reason why he doesn't have a job, and because he will not embrace analytics. And so if there's any analytics being played by any of the world teams, I'm pretty sure USA is not going to have a good showing. Scott not happy, yelling at the Astros dugout. He's been ejected. Also, the trade deadline is on Friday. Oh, okay. Well, it'd be good if I gave the right day. So Friday we will be live. We will be live. See, I should have wrote that stuff down. Throw out the Astros pitcher. So yes, trade deadline show Friday to check that out. That will be really good to see. I'm telling you, it's going to be a great show. So whatever day it appears on, Friday or Saturday, but it will be Friday. So check that out. I'll be happy to check in, James. Yeah, I think all of us will be on there to give our opinions. Matt Bedingo says I'll be on the game. I'll be at the game Saturday. How is it going to work? Well, now you don't have to worry about that because it's on Friday. So just check in from wherever you're at. It will be on Instagram, and we'll take live feedback and all that other stuff. So with that being said, this has been a nice show tonight. Positive show. Angels defeat the Rockies 6-2. Seattle does not help us out by losing. The Astros, of course, picked this time to lose. Any other time they beat any other team they face and screw us over. So that's just how that goes. That's how that's been. But hey, let's stay positive. We can only do what we can do. The Angels can only win on the field. Let's see if these injuries can just make themselves go away, get our players back, and let's see what happens at the deadline. Take care of business tomorrow. And we'll go from there on Wednesday with Heaney, which we all have to keep our fingers crossed and throw sage all over the place because, he's a terrible pitcher to watch pitch. And if he had any kind of Ohtani in him, like he celebrated tonight, any kind of willpower, maybe we get a win and I feel better about that Wednesday game. But man, oh man, we have to see what happens. So one game at a time, and then we get dreaded Oakland here in Anaheim for a huge 4-game series. So let's see what happens there. Grill Master says Joe Smith, former Angels, in there. So we'll have to see about that, man. I miss that guy. Let's see. Pitch hung up there for more, so he hit that grand slam, James Sessions says. And also he'll try to be on here for the show. At least we gained a half game on the Astros, LOL. Like that matters now. Let's see. We had the 5th best ERA in July. Sean says he just wants to point that out. And also on the bright side, Angels won on Rally Chris's birthday. So there you go. So with that being said, catch us back here tomorrow after the game. I'll be on, hopefully after another victory, and we'll just take it a game at a time. Check into this for bingo on Friday. If you have not got a bingo card, hit me up. I will send you a picture of your bingo card. So DM me for that if you want one to play. So we have that game starting up Friday. You have the Friday. I'll put a couple more reminders out there during the week before we start the game on my post game show starting Friday evening versus Oakland. Got to shut down Laureano. Yeah, that